Okay. Now, the way that I want to introduce today's workshop is to say this. Some students are good students every other time except when they take tests. And then they usually perform lower than they hope to. And for some reason, it just doesn't come from here out on the paper very well. Part of the reason for that sometimes is that a person doesn't prepare well for tests. So when they go in, they're not ready. That will always cause you to score lower. The other reason is because even though they prepare well, they're not good test takers. So when the teacher gives them the test, they do lots of things that make them score low. So the next two workshops will be about the test taking, and today is about how to prepare. And I'm going to make one statement to start with, and then I'm going to give you a handout that we're going to use as an outline today. And the one statement I know is kind of a stupid statement, but I'm going to say it anyway. And that is, the number one reason why people don't do well on tests is because they don't study. How's that for an easy idea? So if a person walks into a test and they haven't even opened their book or they haven't even studied, I can't do anything to help them because they didn't prepare. But there are other things that people do, and I know that you see all these problems up here. People look at this and they say, that's very depressing. Where are the solutions? They're coming today, but there are 4 problems that usually cause people not to do well on tests in terms of how they prepare, and that's what I'm going to focus on today, on 3 of them in particular, and then one a little bit quickly at the end. So what I'm going to give you now is an outline of the workshop. It has a place for you to write notes directly on here if you would like. Some people actually find that helpful. Other people like to write on notebook paper. Either one's okay. Go. Okay, so we have 2 problems on the front, 2 problems on the back, along with solutions. So I promised you that I wasn't going to just talk about bad things, but I was going to talk about how to help, how to improve these. So the very first problem, the one that goes in this little blank, if you want to copy that down, is a really big problem for a lot of people that they have to fix. And that's cramming, which means waiting and waiting and waiting until the very last night or even the last minute to study for a test. If you have a very small quiz that covers a tiny amount of information, you might be able to be okay doing this. But if it's a test and it covers a lot of material, waiting until the last minute is almost a guarantee of getting a bad grade. And so I have 2 solutions to offer to you about how to fix this so that you don't get in this bad habit, or if you're already in the bad habit, how to break it. And those are listed right on the page there. So the first one says to finish 3 days before. And I want to ask you a quick question before I show this. What do you think this means? Finish what 3 days before what? Yeah, it's before the test for sure, right? But it's actually not studying. It's something related to that. Anybody have an idea?